From the 1011 Now Alert Center,
This is the Night Beat.
sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Lincoln.
Good evening and thank you for joining me. I'm Jessica Blum with your headlines for Wednesday, January 14th. First,
This was appalling, in my opinion.
protests erupted during a federal investigation in Northeast Lincoln last night, and now Lincoln police are responding as new details are emerging about the arrest that followed. A federal operation, a tense standoff, and a crowd watching it all unfold. Chaos broke out last night near 32nd and Orchard as federal investigators attempted to serve a warrant. We're hearing from Lincoln police and digging into court documents that provide a clearer picture of what led up to that scene. The criminal complaint details that an ICE agent spotted Tlatenchi Mireles yesterday leaving his home in Northeast Lincoln. When an agent tried to pull him over, investigators say a brief chase followed. During that chase, Tlatenchi Mireles allegedly rammed a federal agent's vehicle. Eventually, he barricaded himself into his home near 32nd and Orchard, refusing to come out. This is what followed. Our reporters counted dozens of neighbors and angry protesters gathering near his home as federal agents tried to bring him out. LPD was called in to help keep the peace. Assistant Chief Jason Stilley says the protesters put both themselves and law enforcement at risk, calling the situation, quote, embarrassing. He says he saw people throwing objects at authorities and shouting threats at law enforcement.
On the one hand, the right to protest, we will fight for your right to protest. We will safeguard that right, and there are a variety of ways to do it. I am adamant that the right time to do it is not 40 feet from federal agents with guns drawn surrounding a house. This was appalling, in my opinion.
Since last night, 1011 News has been reaching out to Homeland Security and ICE for more information about the investigation, but have not received a response. Meanwhile, the FBI office in Omaha tells us it has no further comment at this time. As for Tlatenchi Mireles, he is scheduled to make his first appearance in federal court here in Lincoln tomorrow morning at 9:30. You can find more details on this case on our website at 1011now.com. One day after Senator Dan McKeon's resignation, Governor Jim Pillen is naming his replacement. Fred Meyer of St. Paul will represent District 41 until a special election this fall, and he's no stranger to the unicameral. Meyer, a native of West Point and a UNL grad, served more than a decade on the State Board of Education. He also has legislative experience, having served one regular session and a special session after being appointed to fill the remainder of Tom Breezy's term in 2023.
He comes to the party tomorrow, ready to roll, comes to the party with great wealth of experience in the legislature. He'll be an asset from day one.
When asked if he plans to run for the District 41 seat in November, Meyer told the media, "We will, quote, just see what the future holds," end quote. Whoever wins that election will serve the remainder of McEwen's term, which ends in 2029. Now to Interstate 80, where the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office has seized nearly 20 pounds of cocaine during a traffic stop on Monday. 31-year-old Francisco Trinidad was arrested, accused of possessing cocaine and marijuana. LSO says he was pulled over for following too closely, and deputies searched the vehicle after smelling marijuana.
During the search, they found 6 bags of cocaine weighing 3.3 pounds each for a total of just under 20 pounds. And it was located in the roof rack of the luggage carrier on top of the Mitsubishi.
Here's a look at the bags of cocaine discovered during that stop. Houchin believes Trinidad was traveling from California and headed to Wisconsin. Trinidad's bond has been set at $850,000. Police are asking for your help in finding a driver who caused a dangerous crash last month near 48th and Randolph Street. According to police, the victim was driving southbound on 48th Street when an older white Dodge Ram pickup illegally tried to pass her. The truck missed and clipped the front end of the victim's car, sending her crashing into a tree. The driver was taken to a local hospital with head injuries. Police are still looking for that suspect. The truck is believed to be an older white Dodge Ram, possibly made between 1994 and 2021, and it may have in-transit temporary tags. And something we wanted to point out and put on your radar, join 1011 News and the Nebraska Community Blood Bank for the Broadcasters Unite for Life Winter Blood Drive. It's happening January 21st and 22nd at Havelock United Methodist Church. Stop by to donate and you'll receive a Chick-fil-A sandwich and a t-shirt. Make your appointment now at ncbb.org. For all those details on this event, head to our website. In other news, legendary Husker Ndamukong Suh has been selected to the College Football Hall of Fame. He makes the 2026 class, which includes 18 players and 4 coaches. Suh is the 21st Nebraska player to be inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. He dominated as a defensive player at Nebraska, earning multiple awards and becoming the first defensive lineman in 15 seasons to finish as a Heisman finalist in 2009. Suh then spent 13 seasons in the NFL, culminating with a Super Bowl win with Tampa Bay in 2020. He will be officially inducted on December 8th. Last night, for just the 3rd game in program history, the first time in 60 years, Nebraska basketball took the floor, ranked as the 8th best team in the country. The Big Red proving once again that the current longest winning streak in the sport is no accident. Nebraska extended that streak to 21 games, starting all the way back last March, after defeating an Oregon squad led by former Creighton coach Dana Altman 90-55 last night. The 35-point victory is the program's largest ever in Big Ten play, and the 4th game in which they've hit the 90-point mark this season. In front of a packed PBA crowd, the Big Red built their lead after tons of steals. Sam Hoiberg finishing with a career-high 6 on the night, and some hot hands from deep. Price Sanford and Braden Frager now tie for the record for most threes by Husker in a game at PBA, after both drained 7 from beyond the arc to help take down the Ducks.
Yeah, once I hit a couple, I really start to hunt it, and the hoop kind of turns in the ocean.
Price, obviously, it's fun to watch him. We've got different actions based on where he is on the floor at all different spots, and our guys did a really good job finding him. They screened well, and then it was good to see Braden, get it going again as well to extend that lead up into the 30s.
After Iowa State lost to Kansas last night, Nebraska is now just one of 4 unbeaten teams left in the country. Hoiberg's squad will look to stay perfect against Northwestern this Saturday. That game will start at 3 p.m. on the Big Ten Network. And one of the biggest reasons for Nebraska basketball's success this year is starting forward Rank Mast. The Dutch native came to Nebraska back in 2023 after 3 seasons at Bradley. After missing last year due to a knee injury, he is now averaging 15.5 points, over 6 rebounds, and nearly 3 assists per game, while shooting just over 48% from the field. Today, Mast was selected as a midseason 3rd-team All-American. Finally tonight, and rounding out your night beat is a check of the 7-day forecast. Tomorrow sticks out as the warmest for a while, a brief warm-up at that, with temperatures warming to the 40s thanks to a southerly wind shift and a warm front working its way from west to east. Temperatures falling throughout the Friday. Friday is a sneaky weather setup. Snow squalls could be possible with very high winds. There are already high wind watches in place for central and western Nebraska. Eastern Nebraska, and here at home in Lincoln, will likely go under a wind advisory for gusts as high as 45 to maybe 50 miles an hour possible. A morning low of 9 on Saturday with a high only in the teens. Could be our coldest high temperature of this season so far before bottoming out at a 5 on Sunday morning. Frigid wind chills will likely run around 5 to 15 below during this time frame.
You've been listening to The Night Beat.
Sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Lincoln.
Watch, listen, and stream on the 1011 app on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.